My friends, good day. PSG Inter Milan. I watched the footage, it's frightening. And this footage isn't from Italy, it isn't from Milan. They come from France. And what's extraordinary is that they reminded me of other images I saw last Monday, the 26th in Liverpool, where there was also a match. And the crowd came out and then a car drove into them. And we ended up with 79 injured, including children. I think the UK and France are so in sync, we should just merge them and call it the Republic. Republic or the Franco-British Kingdom. Republic and Franco-British Kingdom. I think we should do that because we're following exactly the same grim path. What is a soccer match? A soccer match is a game. But really, it's just millionaires chasing a ball. They're millionaires who are paid very handsomely. Sometimes we're talking about 300,000 euros a week, who are bought and sold between clubs for hundreds of millions, who run after a ball. It caused deaths in France. To celebrate the victory of these people who are going to get huge bonuses, people died. So we're going to have French people whose grandparents may have died at Omaha Beach, right? I don't know if there were any French people, but you get what I mean. They died during the landing on June 6, 1944. And then the little child, where does he die? He dies on the sidelines of a soccer match between PSG and Inter Milan. That's it. Every generation has its own Everest, doesn't it? There are generations that go through huge things, and then there are other generations that invent problems for themselves. Listen, I've seen looting. I've seen people on the ground. Fire. Firefighters attacked. And actually, it means that today, entertainment, we've always given people entertainment to calm the people down. There are several classic recipes that always work. Games, for example, work very well. Religion also works very well. Except that here, the problem with games is that when people go out, they no longer go out to let off steam, but they go out to wage war. Scenes of urban guerrilla warfare. We're talking about hundreds injured, hundreds of arrests, several deaths, and people between life and death. There are countries at war in the world. If you look around the world, there are countries at war that didn't have such a toll yesterday. This toll, right? I mean, it's a country that's getting out of control. And especially now under Macronism. I feel like Macron's 10 years will be a kind of dark period in the history of France. And the country won't be the same as before. It won't be the same at all. There will be a before and an after. Already before, it wasn't great. But if I go back to the 90s, when was the French Cup? 97, 98? There wasn't that. People didn't go that far. There were no deaths. People didn't reach that level. Well, now we're getting to the point where people are dying and all that. I think that ideally matches should be played behind closed doors. You just have to tell people, look, it's going to be played in a secret location. And then afterwards, we'll send you the footage, we'll broadcast it the next day, right? If you know that something is happening in your city, for example, a soccer match, I have some advice for you, my friends. Let me tell you something. And what I'm about to do is in the interest of families. Stay at home. Turn off the lights. And don't stay in front of the windows. I mean, that's where we are today. If there's a match, that's exactly what you have to do. Donc, here we have this out of control country brand. And it's not just one or two cities. It happened in many cities with violence, riot police, all sorts of things. I don't know where this is going to end, honestly. I'm not sure how this will end. And what surprises me in a way is that there was a time when people went out for good causes. People used to go out when they wanted to take away their pensions, when they wanted to take away their civil rights, if you see what I mean. And now today, well, no. Now people go out because, well, PSG won. So we go out and then we come back home with We left people behind, people dead, people in the hospital, businesses looted. I saw stores that were looted by the crowd. A shoe store, a Franprix, all that. They break things. That's a sign of rampant consumerism, isn't it? And you see people, what really shocked me, you see people with their phones. There's a crowd, there are people. Some are looting and the others are there like zombies with their phones filming like this. I saw young women twerking, young white women twerking in front of the crowd. I mean, you think to yourself, am I dreaming? It's like Mad Max. It's turning into Mad Max, my friends. I mean, honestly, I won't hide that. When I watch the footage, the guy in me, you know, we all have that little something, those dark forces. We are who we are. We all have our dark side that we try to resist a little, that we try to push back. That was telling me, what if Bill Gates was right? What he was telling me, he was saying, go ahead, give me your arguments, come and block me now. Come and tell me come with your big ideas, your big principles, and so on. That's it. Anyway, what I wanted to tell you is these are situations that are ready to explode today because it shows that civil society is storing up a lot. It's building up, that's all. It's like a spring that's very compressed, just waiting for a little movement, and then it jumps in your face. So that's exactly what we're seeing. It means that we are in a situation where we have a society that is hit today by poverty, by unemployment, by inflation, by literally civilizational stress, which makes it store up a lot. Then, at the slightest chance, bam, there you go. We reach the auto ignition point. You know, when you have a flammable liquid, you start heating it up without putting a flame to it. You heat it, then there comes a moment when you start to see that it ignites by itself. There's no need to use a match. It starts to ignite on its own. Sometimes it ignites and then it goes out. And then you reach a temperature at which the flame stays lit. That's it. It doesn't go away. And that's when you have a real fire. So what's terrible about this is that we see it in the United Kingdom. As I told you, we see it in France, but we don't see it elsewhere. I'm in Dubai right now and you never see the police. There is no police. You see them from time to time, but I don't feel like things like this could happen on the sidelines of a soccer match or something like that. By the way, when did we have that? Was it last year? Do you remember it was at the Stade de France when the English supporters were blamed, right? Do you remember when there was a hunt for the English and then afterwards the English supporters were blamed? I mean, it's starting to become a trademark of a country out of control. And the two countries that are out of control today in the world are France under Macron and the United Kingdom. The United Kingdom is also turning into an open-air shit show. In any case, my friends, remember the advice. Protect yourselves, protect your children, and if something big is happening near your home, stay inside, turn off the lights, and don't stand in front of the windows. Thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one.